This is the bank, the back of the bank, and I guess here is where the lounge used to be. Because if we swing up here, we see this lawn here, and I think those trees weren't there at that time, but I think that's where the pool was, because right here I see the remnants of roads. And this is the road that led up to the cabins that were at the top, the 5 cabins. So the pool must have been over here to the left. See this road? Yeah, this is it. Because, wow, the trees have grown up. Because here's a little driveway. It must have been on the side of cabin 6, I think. And a little walkway. And here's the road. And here's another little walkway that must have led to cabin 7. You see the asphalt, and if you remember, there must have been around cabin 8 was around here. And right down the middle was another road, and here's the remnants of that. Now I think the cook shack was, I'm not sure where it was. Was it on the left, over here? Or was it on the right, over here, where that huge tree is? But here's a road, and I think this road came down here. Look at the size of these trees. And yeah, this was a road that came down the middle, because right over here to the right is where 2 and 3 were, I think. I think right here where I'm pointing to is where 3 was. Matter of fact, the first time I ever drove was back from Plymouth, and we pulled in and I parked right on this spot, right here, right next to cabin 3, which would have been right in front of us, and right just before the corner. I parked right on this spot, got out of the car, and fell to my knees because I was so tense in the driving that I had absolutely no strength in my legs. And over here was probably 4 and 5. And this looks like the end of the property here. Whether it went any further, I don't think it did. You got a brush line here and another building on the other side. But this is it. It wasn't big. It wasn't big at all. I say between the 2 roads, maybe 100 120 feet between the bottom road and the top road. And certainly I could, when my arm was good, I could have hit that building over there, that bank, with a ball. But if we come down here, if you remember, I think the site over to the right, excuse the shaking, was where the service station was. That building over there wasn't there, but I think where I'm pointing right now is where the service station was. And if you remember, I think Captive Nations thing was right here. And there's even a little walkway which may have led to that. It's not the sidewalk, but it ends just over there. This is the actual sidewalk. And if you look across, there's the ball field. It used to be one ball field, now they got 3. And I think that music gazebo thing used to be there. That one over there. That used to be there back then. And we look up this way. That's where the Route 3 ice cream store was. So now I'm walking in like I would be driving into the right where the service station is, right in front of us. And I'm walking probably right through it right now. A couple big trees which must have been planted in back of the, because they're monster trees. They're about 60 feet tall, maybe more. They were probably in back of the service station. And over here was probably where the lounge was. And I think they turned that into a cabin. Cabin 1, was it? I don't know. And over there was the cemetery. I don't remember the cemetery, but I guess it was always there. And that's about it for Obie's. Tiny, tiny place. But it's so big to us. And that big lawn that used to house the pool, tiny. Tiny. You can mow it. You can mow it by hand in an hour. Straight swaths, maybe a little longer. Right there. And the woods, they're woods, man. It's pretty thick in there. Tom, you were talking about it being 5 foot. I don't know how deep it goes, but it's pretty thick. Big, big, big trees. That's it. Obie's. Okay, guys, gotta go. Pleasure.